big wave, and another big wave, and maybe a wave behind your back. It's so fun to see you all today on this beautiful spring morning. Boker Tov, while we say in Hebrew together. Good morning to all of you. So glad you decided to spend a little bit of your day together with me. Let's sing hello to everyone. Shalom, everybody. So glad to see you. Shalom, everybody. So glad to see you. Shalom to Abby and Lauren. So glad to see you. Shalom to Oren and Lyndon. So glad to see you. Shalom to Avina and Orly. So glad to see you. Shalom to Naomi and Jordan. So glad to see you. Shalom to Lincoln and Teddy. So glad to see you. Shalom to Mason and Asher. So glad to see you. Shalom to Simon and Eric. So glad to see you. Shalom to Lila and Amelia. So glad to see you. Shalom to Sawyer and Eliza. So glad to see you. Shalom to Aiden and Raina. So glad to see you. Shalom to Allison and Lewis. So glad to see you. Shalom to Nakoa and Jace. So glad to see you. Shalom to Sam and Rebecca. So glad to see you. Shalom to Elise and Julia. So glad to see you. Shalom to Calvin and Ellie. So glad to see you. Shalom to Olivia and Noah. So glad to see you. Shalom to Julia and Joy. So glad to see you. Shalom to Adam and Jack. So glad to see you. Shalom to Charlie and Ella. So glad to see you. Shalom to Jesse and Max. So glad to see you. Shalom to Michael and Eli. So glad to see you. Shalom to Toby and Hazel. So glad to see you. Shalom to Vivian and Eva. So glad to see you. Shalom to Alex and Evan. So glad to see you. Shalom to Nora and Selma. So glad to see you. Shalom to Alice and Cora. So glad to see you. Shalom to Wes and Leah. So glad to see you. Shalom to Amy and Beckett. So glad to see you. Shalom to May and Quinley. So glad to see you. Shalom to Zachary and Tyler. So glad to see you. Shalom to Ariel and Haley. So glad to see you. Shalom to Cameron and Oliver. So glad to see you. Shalom to Drew. So glad to see you. Shalom to the parents. How are you guys doing? Week 4, is it? It's so grand. So glad to see you. Shalom to Cantor, Rhodes. Hello, everybody. Can you wave to me? I see you. So glad to see you. Shalom, everybody. I'm so glad to see you. Boker Tov, everybody. With springtime here, every time I leave my house, I see so many bees. Do you see the bees too? I especially love those big bumblebees with their fluffy bodies and their big wings, and they're kind of floating through the air. And sometimes I even try to find their beehive. And when I do, I think of this song. Maybe you can try this with me. Can you make that silly sound? Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of their hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bzzz. count with me when we get to that part? I want to hear you counting all the way to 5. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of their hive. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys, is the beehive in your shoulders? Can you zoop up your shoulders for me and make it into a beehive? Let's see. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of their hive. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice, everybody. What else should be in our beehive? What's next? What body part? Let me hear you. Call it out. Your nose? I love that idea. Here we go, everyone. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch, and you see them come out of their hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice, everybody. What else do we want to make our beehive? Your knees? I like knees because it rhymes with bees. Let's try it together. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of their hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice, everybody. Woo! I love your beehives you made today. Can I see little fingers? Little wiggly fingers? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Whew, that's tough to say, isn't it? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A tongue twister. Can you try it with me though? I bet you can give it a try. Here we go. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. You know what else fingers love to do, especially to little cutie pies like you? They love to tickle. Can I see those fingers tickle? Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. And when you get tickled, what happens? That's right, you giggle. Giggle, 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 giggle. Giggle, 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 giggle. Giggle, 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 giggle. Woo! Now my tongue's awake this morning. How about yours? Can I see your tongues all awake? Oh, yep, a lot of awake tongues out there. Good, because we're gonna do a little bit more dancing and singing. Can you show me your left hand? And show me your right hand. Left, right, right, left, left, right, left. Circle, circle, circle. Circle, circle, circle. Very nice. Circle to the left, old brass wagon. Circle to the left, old brass wagon. Circle to the left, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Circle to the right, old brass wagon. Circle to the right, old brass wagon. Circle to the right, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Very nice. Can we try that same thing again? Left hand. Circle to the left, old brass wagon. Circle to the left, old brass wagon. Circle to the left, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Circle to the right, old brass wagon. Circle to the right, old brass wagon. Circle to the right, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Clap your hands, old brass wagon. Clap your hands, old brass wagon. Clapping your hands, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Tap your head, old brass wagon. Tapping your head, old brass wagon. Tapping your head, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Rolling your elbows, old brass wagon. Rolling your elbows, old brass wagon. Rolling your elbows, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Time to stand on up, everybody. Oh no, my head's cut off. Well, we have to change that. Hold on a second, everybody. I'm in a new room today, if you could tell. I'm in Oren's room, my son. Oh, that didn't really help too much either. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everybody. You're gonna see the camera going round and round and round and round. Let's see if that helps. Okay. Stand on up, old brass wagon. Stand on up, old brass wagon. Stand on up, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Okay, I still have to be really short because I still didn't fix it. Oi, Cantor, Rhodes, get your act together. So let's sneak around. Sneak around, old brass wagon. Sneak around, old brass wagon. Sneaking around, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Squat like Cantor, Rhodes, old brass wagon. Squat like Cantor, Rhodes, old brass wagon. Squat like Cantor, Rhodes, old brass wagon. You're the one, my darling. Very nice, everybody. These are the things you learn when you're working on doing everything remotely, right? We're not always perfect. So, I want to play for you guys a song. I love playing new Jewish music for all of you to dance together, hear some great new tunes, and maybe have your parents download some of this great new music and support our Jewish artists by loving this music. This is by a great, get this, bluegrass Jewish band. Bluegrass means they play all acoustic music. Nothing's plugged in. So guitars, banjos, violins, singing of course, and lots of other great instruments. So I'm going to play this song for you. It's a morning song. Modeh Ani. So we can all get up and stretch and play our instruments. And like always, I have some fun instruments here. And I hope that you'll play along too. And while the music's going, I want you to get dancing. Show me your dancing. And I'm going to try one more time to adjust the screen so I can stand up and see all of you. And so while I'm doing that, do some really good dance moves so that when I come back, I can see you, okay? Here we go. This is Modeh Ani by Nefesh Mountain. Start with an egg shaker. Very nice, everybody. Let's see what else we have. Does anyone else have some wooden spoons they're playing with? I love these. They make the best drums. Perfect time to get up. I see you do some dancing. It's getting faster. Let us say, let us say, let us say thank you. Let us say, let us say, let us say thank you. Let us say, let us say, let us say thank you. Let us say, let us say, let us say thank you. Modeh Ani, Modeh Ani. Oh, restore my soul. Restore my soul. Let me be free. Let me be free. And keep me grateful. Keep me grateful. Let's see what else I've got here. Got a shaker. Anyone else have a shaker at home? There's a violin. Everybody, thank you. Let us say, let us say, let us say thank you. Let us say, let us say, let us say thank you. Oh, very nice, everybody. That was great. I loved seeing all your interesting instruments. I think I even saw someone playing a Tupperware out there. Yeah? Did you see that too? Oh, that's so fun to have everybody playing their instruments and doing really fun stuff together with me. Whew. Well, you know, I was talking to you earlier about going out to the garden. How many of you have gardens? Sometimes in the middle of the summer, when I'm outside in my garden, I see a rabbit. That rabbit, his name is John. And John likes to hop into my garden patch and eat all of my food. Oi, John. And sometimes I say to myself, if John eats all my food from my garden patch, I'll have nothing left for me. At the end of each line, all you guys have to go is say, yes, ma'am. Do, 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 do. Yes, ma'am. Do, 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 do. Try it. Yes, ma'am. Do, 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 do. Yes, ma'am. I think you got the hang of it. Yes, ma'am. Will you give me all your money? Yes, ma'am. Here we go. John the Rabbit. Well, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am, had a mighty habit, yes, ma'am, hopping in my garden, yes, ma'am, eating up my cabbage, yes, ma'am, my sweet potatoes, yes, ma'am, and my fresh tomatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, I ain't gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all, no, ma'am. Did you notice the pattern? We sang yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, until the very last one. And at the very last one, we sang no, ma'am. So we sing, yes, ma'am, and then we sing, no, ma'am. Let me see your bunnies. Let me see your John Rabbits. Oh, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am, had a mighty habit, yes, ma'am, jumping in my garden, yes, ma'am, eating up my cabbage, yes, ma'am, my sweet potatoes, yes, ma'am, and my fresh tomatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, well, I ain't gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all, no, ma'am. Can everybody get up and show me how to hop around like a bunny? I bet you can do it. Let's see if I can do it too. Okay. Here we go. Can you show me your bunny tails? Bunny tails. Here we go. Oh, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am, had a mighty habit, yes, ma'am, jumping in my garden, yes, ma'am, eating up my cabbage, yes, ma'am, my sweet potatoes, yes, ma'am, and my fresh tomatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, well, I ain't gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all, no, ma'am. You show me your bunny ears this time? Oh, I love all those bunny ears. Okay, I'm gonna jump straight ahead all the way to the camera. Maybe you can do that too. Back up, back up, back up. Okay, all of us together jumping closer and closer together to the camera or to your TV or computer, okay? Here we go. Oh, John the Rabbit, yes, ma'am, had a mighty habit, yes, ma'am, jumping in my garden, yes, ma'am, eating up my cabbage, yes, ma'am, my sweet potatoes, yes, ma'am, and my fresh tomatoes, yes, ma'am. And if I live, yes, ma'am, to see next fall, yes, ma'am, I ain't gonna have, yes, ma'am, no garden at all, no, ma'am. Oh, great bunnies, everybody. Beautiful job. One of my very favorite parts of being together is getting out those beautiful scarves. And I hope you have a scarf that's really colorful and fun to float around the room. And it could, like I said before, it doesn't have to be a scarf. It can be anything floaty, a towel, it could be a blanket, it could be a pillowcase, it could be anything fun and floaty like this. Yai, lie, lie, yai, lie, lie, yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, 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 yai, lie. To the right. Yai, lie, lie, yai, lie, lie, yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, lie, lie. la 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 la, woo! Ya la 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 la. Ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, woo! Ya la la, ya la 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 la. Lie, lie, lie to the right. A little faster. Can we go faster? Ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, woo! La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, woo! Ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, woo! Ya la la, ya la 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 la, woo! Ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, woo! La la la, la 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 la, woo! Lie, whoop! Can you sing that note with me? Lie, whoop! Something really fun I like to do with the scarves is, ooh, it stuck to me. Bundle it up like a ball of popcorn, like a kernel of popcorn. Just like this in your hands. You see it like this? We go like this. Here we go. Lie, 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 boo! Lie, 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 ya la 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 lie, ya la 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 lie, ya la 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 lie, 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 ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, woo! La la la, la 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 lie. Ya la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la, woo! La la la, la 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 la, lie, whoop! Let's see if you can put your scarf over your face like this. Lie, whoop! Peekaboo, I see you. Peekaboo, I see you. Very nice, everybody. Whoa! That was so fun. Oh, I feel like I got a little bit of my sillies out with that. Do you? Good. I'm so glad. Oh, so fun to dance and sing with all of you. And now it's time to just take a little restful moment. These days are so much fun. There's so much to do. But we have to remember to take breaks every once in a while too. And parents, that one's for you. Remember to take breaks. So all of you, if you want to turn off the light in your rooms, wherever you are in your house, and just close your eyes and take some deep breaths in. A little peaceful moment. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. What? What did you say? Oh, it's time to wake up? Wake up, everybody! What a nice little rest we had together singing Shema. Now it's time to say goodbye, and I'll miss you so much. But I will be so happy to sing and dance together with you on Thursday at 10 o'clock. have just such a fun day ahead. Thanks for singing and dancing with me. Goodbye, so long, farewell, my friends. Goodbye, so long, farewell. It was great to sing and dance with you, but goodbye, so long, farewell. Goodbye to all the kids, you guys are so fun. Thanks for being a little silly with me. Goodbye to the parents, you all are rock stars, and sorry for my technical difficulties today. Goodbye to Cantor, Rhodes. Goodbye to all the caretakers. Goodbye, so long, farewell. I'll see you on Thursday at 10, and then we'll make music together again. Thank you all so much, everybody. Give me a big wave. Let me see a big wave and a big air hug. Oh, give yourselves a big hug and pretend it's me giving you a big hug. And an air kiss. Mwah! And I'll see you all on Thursday. Okay, everybody? Stay healthy, stay safe, stay sane, and know that I'm sending all of my love and joy to you. Bye, everyone. Mwah.